I have a guest whose profile genuinely made me pause and reread it twice. 12th क्लास के जस्ट बाद में आईलेट भी निकाल लिया, क्लैट भी निकाल लिया, IIM बैंगलोर भी निकाल लिया, IIM कोझिकोड भी निकाल लिया, IIM इंदौर, IIM रांची, NPAT and 97.6% in board. Finally entering into St. Stephen's for a course of his choice. Anirudh Gupta from JPHS Jaipur. 97.6, a score that usually means that you are now pushed towards science. Did anybody ask you to move towards science?
There was no pressure for me to take science. Always wanted to pursue economics.
If a junior comes to you and says that I'm confused between CLAT, IPMAT, shall I prepare for both?
CLAT, IPMAT are both completely different exams. You need to figure out your priorities.
Were there moments of self-doubt?
There was a bit of self-doubt during those moments.
Welcome back to our channel, and this is another podcast mini series that we're talking about, where we are talking to students that we've done in past also, and some of the achievers, I would say, that they've done something good in their academic and the career profile so far. So I have a guest whose profile genuinely made me pause and reread it twice. So I would say एक 12th क्लास के जस्ट बाद में आईलेट भी निकाल लिया, क्लैट भी निकाल लिया, IIM बैंगलोर भी निकाल लिया, IIM कोझिकोड भी निकाल लिया, IIM इंदौर, IIM रांची, NPAT and 97.6% in board. ठीक है, this is probably his profile is, and you should listen to me carefully. All possible exams, and then finally entering into St. Stephen's for a course of his choice. He has cracked even IIMs, and this is Anirudh Gupta from JPHS Jaipur. So welcome to the show, Anirudh. And we'll be talking to you on some aspects which can help these students who are watching you to, let's say, shape up their next 2 years journey of 11, 12 or next 1 year journey of 12th class, so that they can also prepare for various exams, or even if they're preparing for these exams, they can get some guidance and some inputs from this video and talk, which you might not be able to interact directly. Okay, so Anirudh, let's start from the beginning. You scored a very high score in class 10th, which was 97.6, and a score that usually means that you are now being pushed towards science. So did anybody from school, from family ask you to move towards science?
For me, I was lucky. There was no pressure for me to take science. Normally, we see anyone who scores good marks, they're pressured to take science because अच्छे बच्चे तो science ही पढ़ते हैं. But for me, the school was very supportive, and so were my family. There was no pressure for me. I was personally not very interested in science at all. I always wanted to pursue economics, so that's why I decided to take commerce.
Okay, so you had maths?
Yes, I had applied.
Applied maths. Oh, great. So what exactly is this applied maths, and why, kids in 12th, they opt for applied maths?
So the maths in 12th is divided into core maths and applied maths. And if you're a non-science student, some of the subjects that they cover, some of the topics that they cover in core maths are topics that are not really going to help you as you move forward. They're if you want to do engineering, sure, they're useful. But if you want to go for a BCom, if you want to go for economics, stuff like trigonometry doesn't really help you. So applied maths is more focused towards financial maths, towards maths that you will actually use in your career.
So your preparation of the competitive exam was very widespread, right from IILET, CLAT to IPMAT to NPAT and all possible exams. So how do you manage the overlapping part of the preparation? Because every exam has something different.
For me, the first thing I noticed was, even though the syllabus are very different, there are a lot of parts that overlap. So the English, the GK, the logical reasoning, these mostly remain the same for all these exams. So that was the first area I worked on. Apart from that, even the maths, in some exams it's at a slightly higher level, but overall it's a pretty common syllabus of maths as well. So for me, it was not really a problem to deal with all these exams, because I was focused on the exams that I really wanted to attempt. They were CUET, that it was IPMAT. So I spent most of my time preparing for those syllabus, and the rest I managed to study for a week or two.
So let's say if a junior comes to you and says that I'm confused between, CLAT, IPMAT, shall I prepare for both, or which exam should I prepare? How would you guide him?
I'd say it's about your personal preference. CLAT, IPMAT are both completely different exams. One requires a very high level of maths. You need to learn higher maths like calculus as well. While CLAT is pretty basic, but you need to focus a lot on your GK. So these are two completely different syllabuses. So you need to figure out your priorities. Do you want to be a lawyer, or do you want to enter the corporate world? Because it's very difficult to crack both at the same time.
So I believe when I was going through your profile, a lot of debates, GK quizzes, MUNs, did they really help you in terms of your GK section?
I'd say the quizzes and the debates really helped me a lot in the GK section, because for all of these competitions, the most important thing that you need to have is general awareness. So the advice that is given to CLAT aspirants is watch TV channels, news channels, read the newspaper. That is stuff I've been doing from the very beginning, because that is what is required for these competitions. So yes, they really do help in the
Law,
exams.
management, and now a final call of a course in economics. How did you reach to this final step?
Economics was always the plan all along. I always wanted to enter DU for economics, and St. Stephen's was my dream college all the times. And I've been interested in economics ever since I was in 10th. It was the subject that really appealed to me out of all the courses I was studying in 11th. So, yes, economics was always the dream course for me. The rest were a backup, I would say.
Okay, so was there a point when you were really confused law, management, economics? Or you were very clear that economics is one thing that I'm looking at, rest two are my backup plans?
There was a point I was confused whether I should go to IIM Indore. I got a call, and it's a very prestigious institution, and it's guaranteed to land you good careers in management in the corporate world. But I'm not really sure right now what career I want to pursue, whether I want to get into academics further, whether I want to get into the corporate world. And I've always loved economics, so I thought I should do a bachelor's that I love, and that was economics for me all along.
Okay, so I was again going through your profile and I found that you were a deputy head boy. You were having this responsibility in 12th, and you were in a lot of debates, quiz, MUNs, etc. And I think 10th was good, 12th was good. So balancing, this is one of the major questions that students ask us, that how do I balance my entire profile with extracurricular activities, academics, and everything. So any specific advice or what you did?
For me, it was about time management. You need to know when you need to actually sit down and study, and when you have time for something else. So I think it differs from students to students. Some students need to study more. For me, I have a good memory, I have a good retention capacity, so I didn't really need to allocate a lot of time for my studies. That freed up time for some other stuff. So it depends from student to student. You need to figure out a routine that works for you.
Were there moments of self doubt during this entire preparatory phase?
There were times, especially during 11th, 12th, when my marks weren't really what I thought they would be. And even during some competitive exams that I gave, like the IIM Bangalore one, I just borderline made the cutoff. So I was a bit, there was a bit of self doubt during those moments, but in the end, I always believed that I could do it if I worked hard enough. So yeah, I had the self belief. I think that's very important.
Now, what's one piece of advice that you would give to a class 12 student who feels under a lot of pressure of expectations at this moment when he is preparing for 12th and he is preparing for competitive exams and he has to go to his school regularly and there's a pressure of school also?
I think the most important thing is to focus on yourself, is to have that belief in yourself. You need to be able to shut down all that outside noise. There's a lot of peer pressure, there's a lot of pressure from teachers. You need to learn how to not take stress from what others think about you. You need to believe that you have the ability, and that self belief is very important.
Now, one most important thing that you will have to note here is shut down all the noise. This includes a lot of noise that you get on digital platforms, social media, and on all the handles that you use. So at one point of time, you might even realize that I will have to switch it off. You can do that. Believe me, that would be a good idea for a focused candidate who is preparing for any competitive exam or any board, and he has that perseverance and he believes that he can do it. But a lot of noise outside may pull you down and may not allow you to move up the ladder. Okay, so before I close and I say anything in closing, I would request my guests to talk about one advice to juniors who are coming to 12th and they have, or who are in 12th right now, and they have one full year to prepare for various exams. They want to crack them, they want to crack boards. One advice.
I'd say the most important thing is consistency. You can't crack these exams by just studying 1 or 2 months prior. You need to be consistent for the whole year. You need to manage your time well. You need to study every day, especially for subjects like maths and GK. Those are not subjects that can be crammed up in a small amount of time.
Before I close, okay, I think one more interesting aspects let's touch upon, which is with respect to finally he has opted for economics. So number one, what are the career goals after economics, graduation in economics? And you said that St. Stephen was my first choice. And why was that so?
So there's a lot of careers that you can pursue after economics. If you want to get into, say, public policy, if that's your interest, there's the Economic Service of India, that's kind of like the UPSC. If you want to get into government think tanks, that's also something you can do. You can pursue a master's and a PhD. You can also get into the corporate world from economics. You can do an MBA as well. And and you can get into academics as well. You can be a professor. You can get into institutions like the World Bank. So there are a lot of careers that you can have. And I specifically chose Stephens because what from what I've heard, SRCC is a lot more focused on the corporate structure. I want to explore my options right now, and for me, Stephens has that prestige. It has that alumni base. So for me, Stephens was always.
It was amazingly great to talk to such a young achiever who has achieved at this age when he's just appeared for his 12th boards and now heading towards St. Stephen's. So believe me guys, keep watching us. You will get a lot of more inputs and you'll get a lot of such videos which will not only motivate you but will give you a spark to prepare for these exams, to crack these exams and then take a good career path ahead, a career path of your choice. No pressure that I have to enter into an IIM, I have to enter into this place, top place. No, I have to enter into this course and this is the best fit of this course, so I'm entering here. This is typically the mindset which probably he has shared with us. So wish you all the best and God bless you. Keep rocking, and I hope we'll be able to connect with you for more such things when you have completed your graduation. Thanks a lot and all the best.
Thank you.